What's going on, savages? Let's get after it. What is up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to the RandomCoin Mining Show. If you're new here, what we do is we take a list of GPU-mineable coins and we run it through a randomizer and we pick one, and whatever we land on, we try to mine it within 30 minutes, because at 10 o'clock we switch over to the BrandonCoin live stream, my daily mining live stream, and you know, we basically go from this show to his and do a raid on his live stream. So that's pretty much the goal. And if we run into problems doing this exercise, we like to, I mean, normally you're going to run into problems. I mean, it's very common. Most of the videos that you see online and stuff, you know, they've been edited and there's zero problems and everything works perfect. But, you know, that's not really the real world. So if we do run into problems, we troubleshoot it together to get it done. And like I said, we try to do that within 30 minutes. And the benefits of the show is I think that it keeps our skills sharp for being able to mine pretty much anything that comes out. I think a little bit of this is actually showing, the practice is actually showing with these new coins and algorithms, such as, it's not really a new algorithm, but the Cuckoo cycle with Grin and Beam. I mean, all this stuff is coming into play where you keep your skills sharp whenever you're trying to mine new things. So that is pretty much the goal of the show. Last night we landed on Taylor, which was a Lyra 2Z algorithm, and we successfully mined it pretty quick, if I remember right. I think we had about 10 minutes left in the show, so we hopped right on it really quick, and hopefully we do that tonight. But I basically pre-record the randomization part, because with 100+ GPU mineable coins, there's such a high probability that we would land on one that's either an abandoned project or something's wrong with it to where we wouldn't be able to mine it. And I don't really want to waste you guys' time, you know, going through the steps and only to find out that we can't mine something. So I think it's better to pre-record it, and thanks again to Yashnik for recommending that. I have to keep giving him props for that. So there will be times though that I probably won't do it. I will probably just wing it. I think those times maybe be like a Friday night or something like that, and it might be kind of fun just to do it, you know, actually random like that. But it does help to do it that way, to actually pre-record it. So let me start the pre-recorded video. Hopefully I got the right one queued up here. I think I do. If not, I can fix it real quick. Yep, I got the old one. Okay, give me just a second. All right, here we go. This should be the right one. So tonight we landed on BitcoiNote, I believe is the way you say it, which is a Cryptonite algorithm coin. You know how I like Cryptonite, kind of cool. Just going through and you know, I've got my little spreadsheet here, so I'll go through all the motions of actually collecting the data that you need to actually mine it. Some of it is not actually required, that's why it's kind of grayed out there on the spreadsheet. It's just kind of nice to have information. You know, if you're going to mine something, you might as well document as much as possible. Hey, everyone in the chat there. Hey, what's up, Sonya Near? So, just going through the motions here. It's not on what to mine. I had to go to their BitcoinTalk thread. I was trying to find a wallet. Now, as far as what this coin does, nothing popped out at me. It claims to be, you know, one of those privacy coins, just like any other, basically any other Cryptonite algorithm coin. not too much unique about it. Didn't really pop anything. It's not solving a problem that, you know, hasn't already been solved one way or the other. So I don't think that I would ever mine this unless it just somehow got completely profitable, which I just don't think so, but you never know. I didn't collect the data as though it was something that I would mine in the future. I just, since we landed on it, I was trying to find a donation address or something, you know, a pool address or some way of finding an address that I didn't have to download the wallet. I think I was unsuccessful, so I had to actually download the wallet. It was not that dirty. I ran it through VirusTotal. It wasn't that bad. I think it had the two really common hits with the miner. There's like a coin miner hit that a lot of these wallets get hit with it. So it's not too big of a deal. But I downloaded the wallet and ran it through VirusTotal, and there's the 2 hits. Pretty common. So I wasn't too worried about it. So I went ahead and installed it. I gotta remember to actually, I haven't uninstalled it yet. Need to get that out of there, but you know, I just extracted it to a location and then ran it. You have to choose what was that, advanced or something like that. Now right here, I don't, if I'm doing this just for the show and I'm not gonna mine it, then I'll leave that window open, because that's like letting it through your firewall, and you can actually just go ahead and grab the receiving address off the back. Or, you know, this is just something I do just because it's a little bit safer that way. So I didn't allow it through the firewall, I just stopped it right there. But I was able to grab a receiving address. So now I'm going to mining pool stats.stream, and I'm going to look at what pools support this coin. And I like Cryptonight-Lite.cc, so I grabbed that information off of their pool, port number and all that stuff. And then for the miners, we can probably go with XMRIG-AMD for AMD rigs and XMRIG-NVIDIA for NVIDIA rigs. I used to recommend XMR Stack, but I kind of switched over to XMRIG as of late. So I believe that is all of the data collection. So that's the end of the video. We'll switch over to the spreadsheet. I don't have it up yet. Let me get that up, and then I can show you where we ended up with the data. The data collection. All right, so let's see here. Yeah. So this is where we're at, and let me actually do it this way. So this is where we are with the data collection. It was on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. I can't remember where I got that from. I think it was CoinMarketCap. So it's not even a penny. It's way down there. Yeah, I just didn't really see much, you know, that was too exciting about this particular coin. So let's go with their website real quick. Yeah, it just says we are a decentralized public blockchain and cryptocurrency project that is fully open source. This is pretty much almost every cryptocurrency on the planet right now is this. So, you know, you got to come with something more than that. Coin combines familiarity of Bitcoin and advantages of CryptoNote. I like the CryptoNote stuff. Third generation cryptocurrency that resolves issues of Bitcoin. I don't know if I call it a third gen, but okay. All right, so anyway, I'm not going to go too far into it because that's not really what this is about. This is about how to mine it. So let's hop over. We'll use, oh yeah, I like to show you guys what I'm mining right now. I tweeted about this earlier. I'm throwing basically the kitchen sink at Grin right now still. I know I need to upgrade this miner here. I just didn't have time before the live stream started, and I believe I can start I think bminer version 13, was it 1.13? I don't remember. I know it's a 13, might be version 13. That one, apparently they fixed it to where it can work with AMD and NVIDIA, from what I am gathering, and it also is faster. So I like having all these miner devs like working on this stuff to make it super fast. You know, I think it's always interesting to watch that happen. You know, because they're basically competing with each other. They want, you know, especially if there's a fee on the backside. You know, like a developer's fee. Then are built into the miner, you know, then you know, they're competing with each other of who's going to be the top most used, you know, Grin miner, for example. So it's kind of cool to see that stuff happening, and we're the beneficiaries of that, right? Because we're the miners, so they do their stuff, we do ours, and you know, it kind of works out. I like that. I like that economy there. Yeah, there you go, bminer version 13. So that's what I'm mining on Haven. That's 2 rigs, and then I'm sorry, on I said Haven. That was a Freudian slip there. On HiveOS. And then so on Simple Mining, the other 2 rigs, I'm mining Grin over there as well. It's on AMD. They don't get great GPS graphs per second, but like I said, I'm throwing everything at it for right now. So that's what I'm using currently. So let's go ahead and I can show you the hardware that we're going to use. We can use, I'll just show you what I got here. So this is the Scarif. This is the AMD rig, 12 GPUs, 10 580s, 2 570s, 3 power supplies, you know, that kind of thing, two server power supplies. And they all turn on and are synchronized with the ATX power supply. One button, the motherboard button, turns it all on and off. So I still see a lot of people hitting those server PSU buttons, and it kind of blows my mind that they're not connecting them all up. But anyway, it makes it so much easier. All right, so that's the hardware that we'll use first, and then we'll probably switch over and maybe do it on Simple Mining, which I don't have that hardware up here. This is because these 2 rigs over here are not, these 2 rigs right here are not solely owned by me. These are co-owned, so I don't really have like their hardware. I know what it is because they're in my garage, but I just don't have it listed on the spreadsheet. Probably should add it. Maybe I'll do that sometime whenever I get a moment. So let's see, where are we at here? I'm wasting a bunch of time here. It's 9:43, so let's go ahead and I'm going to copy this address because I know we're going to need it. And then we'll go to, we'll do HiveOS first. Let's go over here, we'll do a new flight sheet, because remember, we can create the wallet from within the flight sheet. So we're going to go here, and what was it, BTCN, I think? That looks like it. We're going to click Add Wallet, right click, paste as plain text. Good habit to get into. I've talked about that before. Don't just paste, but actually paste as plain text, especially if you're pulling it out of Excel, because we've ran into weird problems, especially in Simple Mining OS with the miner options, and it messed some stuff up and we couldn't tell what it was. Go back a few episodes and you'll see us flailing around about that. So let's go ahead and give it a name here. BTCN YouTube sounds good to me. Alright, so now we got our wallet with our wallet receiving address. Then we're going to go to the pool. They don't include any pools for BTCN inside of HiveOS like some currencies do. Some coins that you have in here, they'll actually have a pool already set up. So we're going to have to go configure a miner. And then the miner that we're going to use is going to be XMRIG-AMD. And then we'll go set up miner config. We're going to try to use some defaults here. just to see if it works. So I'm just gonna, if you put your mouse over the little eye that right there and you just click this, then it actually puts the variable, whichever one you select, whichever one you click on, it'll put it in there for you. So the pool URL, we can't use this variable because remember, back on the pool, it's not included with HiveOS, so it doesn't know what pool we're going to use. So we have to actually change this and actually add our pool manually. So we're going to grab this right here, throw that in here, get rid of any weird spaces and stuff, put an X for the password probably. I don't think we have to do any of that. This you could use if you needed to change intensities, but as far as dual threading, and actually you can see right there they kind of took out the dual threading thing because it's automatic. I say automatic, but they updated the miner to where it just automatically includes dual threading AMD GPUs, but you can still control the intensity. Let's say you've got 560s, 570s, 580s, and they all have different intensities. So you can control that with this GPU threads. And you can see that they don't really have the threads in there anymore. It doesn't look like. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. What am I looking at here? It's got intensity. It does have a thread up here, but I don't know. You'd have to look at the actual documentation for XMRIG to figure that out. Configure override. Now, this is a Cryptonite algorithm, so we probably need to add. We probably don't need to add Cryptonite like the algo right here, but we definitely need to add the variant. I'm going to put both just for the heck of it. And the variant is going to be, go up here, this was regular Cryptonite, right? So I think it's, isn't it 1? I think that's right. I think it's already got the right one in there. Yeah, I think it's this one. We'll see. If we get that weird error, we'll revisit that. So let's go, where am I at? Okay, go back over here and leave it as 1, and then for version we'll use the latest. I guess we can leave it like that. I've recently been actually selecting the latest, but I think it's okay to actually do it this way, as long as you keep, if the rig is asking in HiveOS, if the rig is asking you to update it, if you update it, then you should be getting the latest version of the miner. I think that's the way it works. So, so we'll just go apply changes. We'll give it a name, BTCN YouTube, and then we will go create flight sheet. So now we have a BTCN flight sheet, and we're going to assign that. So we're going to go back to workers, and we're going to assign it to the AMD rig, since we are, since it's Cryptonote, which works real well on AMD GPUs, not so great on NVIDIA. So we'll assign that. We'll put a check mark next to the rig name, and then go up here to the, see how it's wanting me to upgrade it actually, right here. So we will click on the rocket, which is your flight sheet, and then we'll choose BTCN. We'll filter by BTCN, and then we'll select it, and then apply. And then you should see, I believe it's this rig right here. Pretty sure. Maybe not. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, so it should restart. So while that is going on, let me check the chat here. Nothing going on in there. What are y'all, why aren't y'all talking? What's going on? There's 80 y'all in here. Have a conversation. Y'all just watching me? Alright, so it should be, see, this is XMRIG, so it probably takes a few minutes for it to actually come up. Uncheck that and then do a refresh. See if we got any action here. What's up, Bitcoin Jake? Crypto Z, thanks for helping me out earlier. I think that it was just finishing up with the CryptoZ was helping me with Ubuntu. That's what I was tweeting about, because it's humbling for sure. Not a programmer and not really into Linux that much. I mean, I used it a little bit over the years, but not real great with it. But we were looking at setting up the node for Grin inside of a virtual machine, so he was helping me with that. Thanks for being focused, everybody. Appreciate that. I like focus. Alright, so it does not like something. It says I'm getting a login error. So if we go, I think I can do this. If I can remember. Log in here. Nope. Y'all get to watch me not remember what my password is. Try this. Oh geez. All right, one more try. Could be my keyboard though, because it's wireless and sometimes the phone interferes with it and stuff, and I don't know what I'm typing. All right, we'll give up on that for right now. But basically it says login error code 5. Okay, login error code 5. Let's try. Troubleshooting mind is not working right now, but I think that it's probably going to be. See, we're running into problems. That's good. It's actually a good thing. So we have to work through it, right? I don't know if y'all can see the error, but it says there's no hash rate, and it just says login error code 5. So what I'll do, I'm going to take off this right here and just have, see my keyboard, see what it did? Just erase that for me because it's stuck on backspace. So I'm just going to have the wallet variable in there, and that's it. I mined a lot of Beam early on, Mo. I probably will switch back and forth. But right now I'm throwing everything at Grin. Alright, so all I did was I removed the worker name variable from the flight sheet. I don't know if y'all saw that or not. Let me make sure y'all saw that. From the miner config. So it used to have .worker name here. So I just removed that. And then I think the rig's going to restart. Yep. And let's see if anything is happening here. Kind of sounds like it, but I don't know. Wish I could get into this thing. So silly that I only have a few passwords that I use for stuff like that. I don't know. Weird. Should have worked. I probably set it to something super complex, or whenever I typed it initially, I messed it up somehow. But I would like to point out these temps down here. If you're new here, I had a major problem with this machine, crashing a lot once I started streaming. These temperatures, my core temp would just shoot through the roof. They'd be in the 80s, high 70s all the time. 80s, and then boom, the machine would lock up. or crash. You know, all kinds of weird stuff would happen. So I finally got a good cooler for it, aftermarket cooler, because I was using, don't laugh at me, I was using this, the stock cooler, and on an i7. So there you go. Now it's like I can't even get it to 60 Celsius anymore, or if it does, it's only for a second and then it comes right back down. All right, let's see what's going on here. Ah, look at that. Okay, so we've been through this before, and this is part of that practice and going through things over and over and over. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I went right to the problem. As soon as I realized that it was talking about a login error, I went straight to the flight sheet, went straight to what I thought was the problem in the miner config. If we put that worker name back in there, there, we'll make it crash again. Let's see here. Oh wait, we haven't fixed everything yet. It's getting a low difficulty share, and that normally means the variant is wrong, right? If I remember right, let's just make sure. I mean, we know that this is, okay, so it's Cryptonite v7, right? Which is what we chose, right? That was the one, yeah. Okay, so there's not a specific one for it. So low difficulty share, what did we put for? This is going to be the problem right here. I think, honestly, I think we can just take this out. We needed to put, let's just take it out and see if that works. Update that. So what the error is, low difficulty share. It's rejecting every share. I don't know if y'all can kind of see that back there, but all that red right there. And it says low difficulty share. So that typically means your algorithm or variant is wrong, I think is what we've normally found out in the past. So got a couple minutes here. Refresh that. I mean, it says it's got 10K, which is weird because up here it was completely low difficulty shares. Okay, so it says new job. I can't believe I don't know the password of this thing. There we go. Yeah, so I did type it in. I probably typed it in correctly earlier, but my keyboard was messing up. All right, so it's still saying, get out of here. It's still saying the same thing, low difficulty share. All right. So I wonder, do we need to put maybe Cryptonite/1? I don't know. Who in here has mined this before? Anybody? Alright, we got 1 minute and Sonya Neer wants to see it, so let me hurry up. It's weird that it's showing hash rate right here though. Well, actually, no, it's not. Okay, so it's got hash rate. It's just rejecting all the shares. So go back in here. Let's edit this. We are going to put. I think the variant is right. We had this before. Yeah, we had this before, so I don't think that's going to fix it. Let's change a couple of things, right? Probably need to start looking at the pool. Find out if that port is right. Let's go in here. Pool. Had mid-range GPU 9733 is what I used. Oh, look right here. So this looks like, all right, this looks like there's a problem between what the website is saying. Okay, so this is a good example of the website not being updated, is what it looks like. The pool is telling us that it's Cryptonite-Lite variant 1. So we need to come into, don't go anywhere, Sonia. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We need to go back in here and tell it Cryptonite-Lite. Apply changes, update, let that reboot. Let me double check my work here to make sure that that was right. I think it's Cryptonite-Lite. Did I spell it? No, I spelled it wrong, didn't I? What am I looking for? It's not what I was looking for. Yeah, I think I misspelled it. Let me check my sheet over here. We're almost there. Yep, I misspelled it. We're almost there. Don't go anywhere. I know we're 3 minutes over. That's funny. Okay. All right. We're close. We're close. I can feel it. But I did have to shut it off because it was like totally aired out. And that happens sometimes. I don't know if it's a HiveOS thing or what, but it was like it was kind of like locked up. I'm pretty confident. I think it's going to work. Let's see. Hive takes a little while to start up. It's not like Simple Mining seems to be a little bit faster on startup. Just a little bit. It's funny, I've been working with Gabriel on this Alloy XAO thing, and back and forth on YouTube and stuff, and then today I asked him if he got it working, and he was like, no, I'm mining Beam now. So I was like, oh, okay, thanks, man. Yeah, I think we're gonna get it. This is cool. I like running into like little problems. I don't like huge problems on the show because it kind of sucks because you can't get it done. But I know Brandon's already starting, but we'll switch over there in just a minute because I feel pretty confident that we're going to get it. It's still booting up though. Oh, I did remember my password, didn't I? Let's see. See if we can get in here. Whoop. Ah. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant to click. Is it going to restart? No. I know we're over, Brandon. I'm sorry. We're going to get it. I have a feeling. Yeah, they're kind of flailing with all the different miners. You know, I mean, it was a huge, you know, the demand and stuff is there, so there's a lot of stuff going on. I don't know what this thing's doing. All right, let's see if anything's over here. I'm walking all over Brandon's stream, I think. Alright. Usually Cryptonite algorithms are easy for me. This one's being a pain. But that's a good thing. Need to troubleshoot something. I guess it's better to do it this way than just for everything to always work perfectly, right? You see how it's telling me to update, but I don't know. I don't know if that has. I mean, if I am using the latest, that could be it, right? Let me try, let me go back a version in the, let's see here, refresh, make sure that it's not working still. Okay, so we get a flight sheet, go back over here, now I'm determined. Let's go with 286. Go with a little bit older version here. Update. Yeah, I'm kind of new to HiveOS, so some things like that kind of get me. There's a few gotchas in there when it comes to stuff like that. So I want to see if that's what it is or not. Sorry, Sonia. I'll let you know over there if it came up and started working. I don't know what this thing's doing. Wow, this is all messed up. Let's check our error messages here. It says change. Don't really have any errors, so that's good. I am totally stuck on this. I'm also exhausted though, so that might have something to do with it. CryptoZ had my brain on hyperdrive today. Let's see here. Beam node. No, I have not. I was working on a Grin node today with CryptoZ. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I don't know what this thing is doing. Normally, by now, it would be up and running and everything's fine. We're going to do the upgrade. See if that works first, and then we'll throw it a reboot and see what is up. Yeah, let's see where we're at with that. I can't tell what it's sitting at the command prompt CryptoZ, so I'm thinking that it finished whatever it was working on. I think the last command I ran was, I forget now. Let's see. Was the cargo build release? That was the last thing I submitted. So it looks like that finished. Still doing the upgrade here. Says successful. I think it throws it a reboot after that. Maybe not. It's acting like there's not a miner installed. That's so weird. I'm gonna reboot. Everybody's dropping off. I don't blame you. We got to get over to BrandonCoin, right? But I'm kind of focused right now. I really want to get this working. Whenever I saw that it was Cryptonite algorithm, I was like, yeah, we do that all the time. Then all of a sudden, boom, we ran into a bunch of problems. Just waiting on it to restart here. Didn't see a lot of news today other than that dang I still don't understand this, because the Sapphire card, the new GPU that they announced with the 16 gig memory so that it can mine Grin C31, but AMD's not good at mining Grin, so I don't know. I think, but that's a processor thing, right? So I don't know how that's going to work, if it's going to be great or not. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. It's still coming up. This is an unusual problem. Typically don't have this problem. Still says rebooting. says started. Still nothing. This is a good one. I'm gonna have to just attack it. Already halfway through Brandon's stream, but I'll stick to it until I figure it out, and then if I figure it out before his stream is over, I'll just write in there what's going on, and then if I find out after that, then I'll put it into the description of the video. But sorry guys, man, golly, that sucks. It's been a while since we haven't been able to mine something. I don't like that feeling. We should have been able to do this. But again, I am kind of tired and probably not sharp right now. So I'm getting my butt kicked with Linux. So yeah, this is a weird one. I'll try to figure this thing out. But I'm going to switch over to BrandonCoin, and if he's still on, I don't even know how long he was planning on going tonight. And I'll see you guys over there. Thanks for stopping in and checking it out. Sorry we couldn't get it done, but sometimes it happens, right? This is a real world, so but I will figure it out. I just don't have a clue at this moment. But I will figure it out though. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time and all that stuff. Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? So yeah, everything will be good tomorrow. Hopefully I'll figure this out and I'll put it in the description, or I'll tell you in Brandon's stream. So see you guys tomorrow. Stay savage. Sorry about that.